Abraham is one of the major persons in the Old Testament. How did God fulfill his plan of salvation through Abraham and his descendants?
As I already mentioned, the person and the work of the Messiah, or the offspring, had been traced in history. So, in the primeval history, that is the first 11 chapters, now we have, this righteous generation is first of all identified with Abel. Unfortunately, he was murdered. But then you have Seth replacing him, and through Seth, you have Noah coming. From Noah, his son Shem comes. From Shem, from the primeval history, it traces to the later history when Abraham comes into the picture. So God had called and chosen Abraham and his generation in order to fulfill this promise of God. And so you have Abraham and his sons, Isaac and Jacob. From Jacob, you have Judah. And so the history goes on. And you find that now, when the children multiplied, the descendants of Abraham, came into the picture, the focus of God's plan of salvation was upon them. God separated them to prepare the way for the coming of the offspring and the fulfillment of his plan of salvation. God renewed Abrahamic covenant with the descendants of Abraham at Mount Sinai. And God called them as God's people. Now, there are three terms God had used in order to define this people. In chapter 19 of Exodus, verse 5 and 6, God called them as his own possession. What it indicates is they are going to be a distinct people as the people of God, reflecting God's redemptive purpose. Now, this is what the people of Israel were going to do after God made a covenant with them. They will be a testimony, a model for God's people, a distinct people, and they will reflect God's redemptive purpose. And secondly, they were called the kingdom of priests. They will be the mediators serving God between other people, other nations, and God himself. They will be the mediator serving God. And thirdly, they were called the holy nation. They will be a distinct people with a distinct lifestyle reflecting God's character. So this is what you find in the covenant God made at Mount Sinai, which is a renewal of God's covenant God made with Abraham in Genesis chapter 12, verse 1 to 3. One of the promises God made to Abraham in chapter 12, verse 3 was, the world will be blessed in and through him, the families of the earth. The salvation for the world will come in and through Abraham. So that is what is happening now. And that salvation, God is bringing through his descendants. The Messiah would come through them. And in order to bring that Messiah, God was preparing his people. So at Mount Sinai, this covenant was established with the people of Israel. There are two things that we can see in the covenant. The first one in the covenant is God gave them the worship. We can call that as rituals. The worship laws, we can call them. Now, what is this worship laws? Worship laws actually defined a way for the people to come in God's presence. Now, God himself said, because now the people are alienated because of their sin. But God is now giving them a way to come to his presence. The second thing that you see is that God had defined their lifestyle. In other words, a culture. They cannot live like any other people around them. They will be a distinct people, and therefore God had given them a framework for their life in the world. So these are two main, laws, descriptions of the lifestyle that you'll find in the covenant. And this is what God had done at Mount Sinai with the descendants of Abraham.